welcome back to Creative Customs Garage. You'll see this video, if you haven't followed me on Instagram, I'm in a different spot. We've recently moved, so that's why I've got a new shed. But today I'm doing rebuilds on both swivel hubs on the rear, my rear bar. So the bar I'm running is a rock armour bar. Obviously the parts that I've listed for are definitely 100% going to work for this car, for the 105 series. Whether they've kept the same across their whole range, I can't confirm that. So I've already started on this side, the driver's side. That's where I've had the issue. It's now dropped. I have to lift it to lock it into place. Somehow water's been getting in and it's causing all the bearings to seize, and yeah, I've just had issues. So driver's side's already stripped. I'm pretty much about to reassemble. We'll get that. I'll get a video of that going, put it back on, show you step by step, show you all the parts that we need to put in there. So this is the stuff you're going to need. Obviously, these are the rear bottom seals and your bearings. So that's your part numbers, or the seals and all that. So if you've never done this before, obviously, or if you didn't fit your own bar, basically you just got to get this cap off, and this will expose everything. So as you can see, let's get in there. She's quite rusty in there, and if I unlock it, there's nothing, but yeah, you can see it moving around in there. So basically, you gotta get this pin out. It won't come out easily. You've got to actually angle it out. Alright, once that's out, you undo the nut, and then the whole thing will just slide off. And the nut here is a 36 mil nut. So you can see how loose it is, because obviously it wasn't tight at all. Pull it all off and just lift it out. Alright, so yeah, as you can see, it's pretty bad. It's not the best. I don't know if that's because water's been getting in, or yeah, I don't know. So I'm just replacing it. Obviously the back seal, you're going to need a seal remover or screwdriver or pry bar, whatever you need to obviously pop it out. Let's pop that out, put everything to the side because it's all going to need to clean. Grease level bench, my new bench, yeah, it's pretty bad. So I'm going to remove the races as well and put new races in, because I don't know the condition of until I get it all cleaned up. So I'll get all that done, start getting it back together, and show you how it all goes together, and then we'll chuck it back on. Well, that's the top race, and I don't know if I split it when I was getting it out or what, but yeah, they've seen better days. That's the bottom race. So, kind of glad I'm replacing them. Alright, let's get started. Alright, let's get this bottom one in. Now this one doesn't want to quite fit, so we'll have to knock it in. So you'll find you need something that's a bit bigger than what it is to knock it down. You can use the old bearing or use something that's going to fit. It's not quite there, so we'll use the old bearing. Alright, so that's almost seated. Once you put it all together, it should seat itself a bit better. So just give it another quick wipe out, because obviously you're not going to hot crap into it again. And you can probably hear the kids in the background. Alright, there's a few different ways you can pack your bearings. So you can do it by hand. You get a bearing pack, or you get what I got. Still does the same job, just without half the mess, if you do it by hand. Alright, so that's the bottom one. Once I get it out. Oops, I'm gonna put the greaser on the outside.
You cannot go in that anymore. You nearly got beaten by your ear. Yeah, and I nearly got bitten. I saw a dolphin. He got bitten.
Now, and the other thing is you've got to grease up the shaft as well. Otherwise, nothing's going to work. Right, so the washer goes in place, and then you get your seal, and then that obviously sits in there. You just smack it on, or smack it in.
Everyone, move away.
There we go. Alright, that's in place, and then we can put it on. Just like that. So now we can drop top race in place, grease up the other bearing, put it in place. Right, so that one's all greased up. Let's drop it in. Place. Make sure you fill the middle up with grease as well. Obviously, the more grease that's in there, the better it's going to be. I don't know why I had an issue, whether it's water was coming through the top and there wasn't enough grease, or I don't know. I just have no idea. This is why I'm fixing it. Hopefully I can eliminate whatever issue I had. Now, like I said, washer, and then the nut. Seen better days, but I don't really have a choice with this. Just clean all crap out as best you can. Tighten it up, and then set everything, back it off, and then tighten it to when you're happy that it's open and closes. Alright, so once you put it in, obviously grab your 36mm socket again and start doing it up. Do it up tight to get everything to seat properly. Obviously, it's going to be very stiff to start with. So hardest thing is going to be putting the pin back in. So
You're still not getting away. Come on. Let's do some of these. Get my...
there you go. Obviously, I'm not going to put this pin back in because it's a damage, but the pin's got to go in, and you've got to slightly bend it. You need to bend it because you've got to put it in, because it's got to go quite deep. So you've got to bend it to put it in. Once it's in there, it's fine. And then just clean the top up and put the cap on and you're done. Yeah, it's easy as that. Alright, so like I said, hopefully this does help someone. Whether it be 105 series or any rock armour range, if they're the same. I'm assuming they are the same. But yeah, so giving you the part number for the upper bearing, the lower bearing and the lower seal. So as long as you get all those, yeah, go for it. Rebuild it, do whatever, whichever way you want. There are other guides out there from Rockar themselves about how to build it, but this is the way I do it. So yeah, do it whichever way you want. But yeah, like I said, hopefully that helps someone. And yeah, see you in the next video. Cheers, guys.